Hello and welcome back to Lecture 11-15 on programming the Lilybot to read an infrared remote with the infrared receiver. You do have to include a library for this code because this has the decoder for the IR remote. So you have to hashtag include irremote.h. There are lots of libraries that do this online, so just find one that works. So then you also are going to have a class. So you have to create an instance of the IR receive class called front receiver, and then you have to call the method to decode those results into FT results. Then after that, it's a repeat of things we've seen before, such as declaring the motor pins, the move time, and robot speed. We're going to also have a buzzer on pin 11. We're going to have LEDs on pins 2, 3, and 4. And then once again, same song we've seen before, Never Gonna Give You Up, where we have the tempo, the notes, and the beats. And then we have the frequency and the octaves. So once again, everything in the setup function only runs once. And new things we've added to the setup function are now we have to enable IRN to start the receiver. Then configuring the pins declares our inputs and outputs. And then once again, my test run at the beginning of every program is the robot forward, 3 LEDs on, play the buzzer pin, wait 1 second, LEDs off, buzzer off, stop the robot. And next, we need to now start receiving the data. So we start the IR receiver. Now in the loop function, everything is going to be in an if condition and a switch case. If the front receiver decode, which means if you're receiving data from the IR remote, then you are going to translate that into this long results variable by using this function decode irdata.command, and then you're going to print that in hexadecimal. Once you print it to the screen, you look at the serial monitor to determine which hexadecimal value correlates to which button you're pressing on the remote. And so I put a serial print here so that I can keep up with that. And then I have a distinct behavior for every remote key. So that play song means the robot dances and plays music will be on the OK button on my remote. The left button will make the robot spin. The right button will make it spin to the right. Then the volume up and down buttons will make the robot go forward and backward and pivot. And then we also have some other options such as pivot left and right, spin left and right, turn left and right, forward and reverse, etc. So here are all the options. And then when you're all done with all the switch cases, and remember you could also make a big if, else if loop, but the switch case makes most sense because you use a decoded value in order to run it. And the default value is robot does not move and all the LEDs are off. And then at the very end, you do FT IR receive resume in order to get the next set of data. Now, that is the end of our loop. We just have a small delay and we start over. All the functions after that have been shown in previous videos. Make sure you like, share, and comment. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Carlotta Berry. Check out my robots and my books and other merch on noirstimulus.com and stay STEMtastic.